This is probably the funniest location that I have ever filmed a YouTube video in. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I am literally sitting in my laundry room at 10 p.m. with a blanket wrapped around me. I promised you guys a video today and I am dedicated and I am going to bring you guys this video. So today's video doesn't really have like a certain topic, like one specific topic. There's kind of just a lot going on, but I'm going to answer even more of your questions. I did a live today on my TikTok, and you guys had some more questions for me, and I felt like they were just kind of like too specific of questions that like I knew I had to talk about for a while, and that deserved a little bit of a lengthier explanation. So I figured a YouTube video would be the most appropriate way to address them. So they're really just random questions that you guys asked me. They're kind of all over the place, so just bear with me. Let's just start off with, how do you have confidence or combat your stage fright when acting? And that's a great question, and I think I kind of addressed this when I was just starting off on my channel, but I do get this question a lot. I had awful social anxiety growing up, like super bad, to the point where it was just like constantly taking over my life. Like it became who I was. I was incredibly shy. Just the whole public speaking thing, or speaking in general, just not really, it was not my thing. So that's like my main goal. You know, just being in my career, other than acting, is something I want to stand for and show people is like, even if someone or everyone does not expect you to be good at something or want to do something, you can still prove them wrong regardless. I am here to say that it is possible. You can overcome anything. The thing is, with confidence and overcoming stage fright, there's really not a rule book. It's something that comes differently to every single person, and I don't really think necessarily it's something that can be taught. I know myself personally, it was just something that I got used to. Just talking to a camera, I'm used to it as if I'm talking to my best friend. And if you were to have asked me that 5 years ago, the answer would be completely different, and I would say I was not comfortable. So I think it's just a thing that develops over time, and you slowly get more comfortable with it just as you get used to it. It's just the experience of it and being just kind of, you know, just getting in the rhythm of performing, being on stage, being on camera, interviews, auditions. It's just something that's literally drained into your brain. So don't worry, with time it does get better. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. You kind of just have to go through it, and you have to face those fears. I love the quote that says, be scared and do it anyway. It's one of those things that there's no way around it. There's no way to do something without being scared. If it scares you, there's no way to not have fear while doing it. You kind of just have to do it and do it and do it and do it again, until you get used to it. Now, obviously, give yourself limits, give yourself boundaries, be respectful to yourself and never push yourself too far. However, my biggest thing of combating stage fright is to accept the fear, accept the feeling of being nervous, and try to rewire those nerves into positive energy. You know, confidence is a crazy thing, because I definitely feel like even if you're the least confident person ever, if you walk into an audition pretending or faking or acting like you're confident, you're gonna appear confident, and that's really all that matters. Even if you're screaming inside, just really fake it till you make it. Pretend that you are confident, and your brain will start to believe you. So, you know, and I'm not saying pretend like you're all that and like you own the show, because that will give you negative results, but just be in a positive mindset. You know that when it comes to auditions, if that's what you're scared about, you know, the casting directors at the end of the day want to help you. They're not your enemy. They are there to help you. They want you to get the role. They want it just as bad as you do. They want to book you. You know, you're not going against them. You guys are a team, and I think that's something that, you know, you eventually come to realize. So just, you know, look at them as they're good people. They're not against you. It is easy to be scared, but, you know, it's just something that you get used to. And if you are scared of being on set, I get the question a lot of like, how do you get used to cameras being around you? And it's really just another thing. It's not something you can teach, because everyone is working a different way. It's something that the more you're exposed to it, the easier it's going to be for you over time. How do you do an in-person audition, or how to get ready for an audition? So I will kind of put these together. So nowadays, with COVID and everything, a lot of auditions are happening over Zoom, and they're being video chatted or self-tapes, and it makes it a lot easier for a lot of people. And I will say I am very grateful to have been doing so many auditions over Zoom and self-tapes, because it really takes the stress out of going into the room. However, when that day comes back and we are able to be in person again, there's many ways to get ready for an audition, to be prepared for an audition, and to do an audition right. As always, be prepared. Have your headshot and resume ready to go. Bring it to every audition you go to. Many times they won't even ask for it, or they will say they don't want it, but it is much better to bring it and they say they don't want it than for them to ask and you don't have it. So always just bring it, just in case. Wear something comfortable, something that goes along with the character you're auditioning for, but don't arrive in a full-on extravagant annoying costume or anything, or any sort of wardrobe that would distract the casting directors from you. You just want to be accentuated, but you want to show your real self. So you know, if you're auditioning for a cowboy, don't come in with like chaps and a tucked in shirt with a cowboy hat and a piece of like wheat sticking out of your mouth. Don't go that overboard, because that is distracting. Once in a while it could be looked at as creative, but I feel like that's majority of the time that's pushing it. So just kind of try to wear stuff that hints at your character more than screams your character. Lay out your clothes the night before, because that takes off a lot of stress. That's what I always do, guys. The night before your audition, prepare as much as you can. Have your clothes laid out, have your scripts all laid out, have your headshot and resume already stapled to each of each other's sides and ready to go. A lot of people have an audition bag. Don't bring it into the audition, but I have an audition bag sometimes in my car where it's just a few copies of my headshot and resume, a change of clothes if I need, a hairbrush, dry shampoo, like just stuff like that. So just in case last minute you get a last minute audition, you're ready to go and you're not running late. So always have stuff laid out the night beforehand, just because, trust me, the day of, your mind is going to be going a million different directions and you're going to be overwhelmed, you're going to be nervous. So help yourself the day before by preparing everything, so last minute you're not freaking out and rushing to get everything done. Don't overthink it. You really just need yourself. You need your headshot and resume, and you need the script or the sides to be ready to go in your head. Definitely, obviously, common sense. Don't not even look at the script until you walk into an audition. Always arrive to an audition about 15 to 20 minutes early. Don't be any earlier than that, because that could just be annoying. And don't be late, because if you're late, don't even bother showing up. Being on time is late. Being late, don't even bother showing up. Being early is on time. So always come about 15-20 minutes early. You will usually wait in a waiting room with other people that are also going up for your role. That's always an intimidating part, because you're sitting in a room of people that you might think, oh my gosh, they're prettier than me, or oh my gosh, I'm hearing a girl in the room next to me doing the same audition I am and she sounds better than me. Don't let that get to you, guys. I've been there, and trust me, that's never gonna help you. It's only gonna hurt you in the long run. Don't compare yourself to the other actors, okay? Show up, do your job, do the best you can, and leave. Don't focus on anyone else. You can't change what they're doing. You can only change what you are doing. Focus on yourself. You know, let it motivate you. Let it say, hey, you know what? It's going to be a pretty difficult job to get this role, so I better try my hardest and push as much as I can. Yes, do that, but don't let it affect you too much where you get in your head and you're like, oh, they're better than me, or oh, there's no way that I get this. You know, don't do that. And then when you're ready to go, when they're ready to go, they will invite you into the room. It's usually like a casting director, an assistant. Depending on the audition, it could be like 2 people, or it could be like 5 people. You never really know, but just be prepared. Don't shake their hand. Just walk in, say, hi, how are you? If they ask for your headshot and resume, give it to them then. They will probably ask you to slate sometimes, which is usually you say your name. For the younger people, you would say your age, and mention your agent as well, if your agent would like you to. If your agent got you that audition, mention what agency you're with as well. Then they will have you read. They might give you some notes and have you read again, and then you'll be good to go. A few people ask, you know, oh, I did it one time and they said I wasn't doing this enough and she told me to do this instead. And then people say, does that mean it wasn't good? Actually, guys, a lot of times that I've heard from my coaches, from agents, from casting directors in general, from workshops, usually when they give you direction, it's a good sign, because they want to see how you take the notes and they want to see what you'll do and how, you know, how quickly you can think on your feet to change it, and to switch up the character a little bit. It's usually that they see potential in you and they want to see where it goes. You know, I mean, every casting director is different, but normally if they give you notes and give you another chance to do it, that's usually a good sign, just in my personal experience anyways. And so I have 2 more tips here. Best way to memorize a script and enunciation. So enunciation is kind of something that, you know, you might have to work with a speech coach on, or a voice coach, or that's what theater is great for, because theater really gets you comfortable in your voice and helps you with projection, because obviously film and theater acting are very different in the way that a camera is this close up on you. It will get every slight emotion and face change that you make. When you're on a theater, it's different. You have to be much more extravagant, so everyone and the person way, 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 way back in the theater can see it. But how, you know, best ways to memorize a script. Again, it's something that everyone has a different way to do, a different skill set for it. I would say something that helped me, that I always tell people, a coach of mine about 4 years ago told me something that really helped me and something that helped me get into character. You can try this out too, guys. Every single day while you're preparing to get on set as a character, or you're preparing for an audition, have a diary and write a diary entry every single day, maybe once or twice a day, in the mind of that character. It's something that connects your personal life to your character, and it helps you bring your character alive in the outside world. So even when you're not living as the character, you still are helping yourself get into the mind of the character. It helps you really step into it. It takes time for yourself to write a diary entry. Write a diary entry as them in their day. What happened to them in their day? Who did they see? What are they doing tomorrow? How are they feeling? Stuff like that. It's just little things that really weirdly helps you get into the mind of the character. As far as how to memorize a script, really think about the sentences, guys. Don't just memorize the words. Listen to what you're saying. You know, ask yourself, ask the script, why is it saying this? What point is it making? You know, what's happening within this dialogue? What is it explaining? Just so then you're not just trying to think of words, because that's not acting. You want to be thinking of, you know, why the character is saying what they're saying, and what point it has to make. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you know, difficult to explain, but really be aware of why your character is saying what they're saying, not just what they're saying, but why they're saying it. And finally, getting rid of an old agent. This is kind of something on a different topic, but getting rid of an old agent, you know, as far as the legal stuff, that's hard as it is because it's contracts. But then it's the personal side too of like, it kind of hurts. It feels like a breakup almost, where you're leaving a team that was working for you, and they're kind of hurt too because they were putting a lot of time and effort into you. There's really no easy way to do it. I was straight up. Honesty is always the best policy, guys. Be straight up. Don't make up lies, you know. Don't make up excuses of, well, you know, this agency just really wanted me and they keep calling me, and I have a friend in that agency, so I think, like, don't say all that. Just say straight up, like, you know what, I've had a great time working with you and being a part of your talent roster. However, I feel right now at this point in my career, I need a different type of representation. You know, keep it professional, keep it honest, because the second you lie or exaggerate or just try to help yourself in that way, you're going to be hurting yourself in the long run, because you guys need to remember the industry is small, okay? Especially if you're in a market like Chicago or Atlanta or Dallas or whatever it might be. Those markets are small, and once you work with one person, you are probably going to work with them again. Word gets around quickly. Even in big markets like LA, word gets around. It is very easily to be blacklisted or just, you know, kicked off a set, or, you know, rumors go around, bad stuff goes around. So keep it clean and keep it honest. I really wanted to answer these questions for you guys because I know a lot of you wanted to get these answers. So I hope it helped you. Thank you guys for all your support, and to all my new subscribers and followers, I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe to my channel on YouTube where you are right now. Go ahead, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My links will be in my bio below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.